It's Mad Men Sports.
Back again.
Diamond Today.
Hello, everyone.
Zach, what's going on?
I'm doing well. Thinking, here I am sitting, right?
Yeah, you're sitting.
Right, Jake?
You do be sitting.
I'm sitting here thinking about Pizza Amore. Pizza Amore.
Pizza Amore?
Pizza Amore. And they're located on Grand Island Boulevard, on Grand Island, and Payne Avenue in North Tonawanda. Great city from what I've heard.
Yeah, it's all right.
Hey, careful.
A little mid.
But we are sponsored by Pizza Amore, the best wood fire way in Western New York. Diamond Dave, Jake, Zach, Mad Men Sports. Feel that heat in the air?
Yeah, it's hot.
It's training camp season. Is Dave in picture?
Nope. Dave, what are you doing,
Hey,
dog?
guys.
Dave is very hot. So hot he wants to get out of frame. The heat is boiling. We had a 90-plus, 94 feel. The feel was 98
it was
today. We had a hot day here in Western New York. And you know what else is heating up? Training camp vibes.
Sheesh.
Thank you. The rookies reported on which day, Dave?
Yesterday.
Monday. The rookies came into town.
Today's Wednesday.
Yeah, so it was 2 days
Today's
ago, and that's
Thursday
all
for
good.
you.
Yeah. So rookies are in town. They're starting to get rolling. They're rocking.
And
They're rolling.
rolling.
They're in St. John Fisher, Pittsford, New York.
Pittsburgh.
How you guys feel about that?
I could care less.
What do you ask me? How I feel about Pittsburgh, New York?
Do you think it makes an impact on the Bills' footprint throughout fan bases?
I think it extends the obviously it's an NFL team. There's quite a long reach, but I think it makes it accessible to fans who are outside of the Western New York area.
So it extends to, because I think Rochester's Central New York. Do you want to have that conversation? Is it
I think
Central New
that's
York or
fine.
is it Western New York?
No, it's definitely not Western New York.
It's central of anything, right?
Yeah, it's outside the 8 counties of Western
Actually, it
New
might
York.
be the Finger Lake region to be sure.
Yeah, it's outside the 8 counties.
Yeah, so, it definitely extends their footprint and it kind of, seeps and bleeds through to maybe what would normally be called Jets or Giants territory, right?
I think it makes it accessible to Syracuse residents and in and around that area, Watertown,
Utica.
Rome.
Hey, Rome.
Shout out, Griffiths.
Shout out the homies.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know what? And I love it. And I think that it's good. We should keep it going. Now, this might be too chaotic.
Oh, what
Some things at Mad Men, the name kind of says it, are very chaotic.
get a little weird sometimes.
Would it be too chaotic to make it an ever-changing thing?
Yeah, put it in the Carrier Dome.
When the new stadium comes, I could just see it coming to Buffalo and staying here.
Orchard Park forever is what Dave's thinking.
I don't want it that way.
But what if they did maybe
In downtown Buffalo.
Niagara University 1 year?
That'd be kind of sick.
Extends out, brings the Canadians
No.
involved a little
Tonawanda.
bit more.
I think that's an absolute awful idea.
Tonawanda High School.
They go down to St. Bonaventure. Extends down in the Erie area.
Tonawanda
And
High
I said it was chaotic. I said it was chaotic. I meant it was chaotic.
Dave hates that idea.
Rochester.
Dumb idea.
Rochester's already there, but what about
Like
maybe
Jamestown.
Syracuse?
He accused the Carrier Dome.
Exactly.
There was all the criticism when veteran players of the team weren't able
Thank
to go
you
to
for your
St.
service.
St. John Fisher. They weren't able to go there due to COVID or the pandemic, so they had to do it in Buffalo. All the players hated it. They liked
Hated
the
it in
routine.
Buffalo?
They hated the non-routine of not going to St. John Fisher.
But
The college-like feel.
so in 3 years when the new stadium arrives,
They're going to hate it.
do you think they keep that St. John Fisher footprint? David?
Yes. I think they do and they should.
Interesting. Even though the players may hate it.
Yes, I think the players have a huge say
you
in
heard
things.
it here first that the players may.
McDermott hated it. Bean hated it. They were on record saying they hated it.
Now we say this, okay? But over the last 2 years of not being at St. John Fisher, 24 wins. Is the proof in the pudding?
Is the reason why the
No.
Bills sucked
No?
for 20 years?
No.
Because of St. John Fisher?
Whoa, even further.
No.
You don't think that's why?
Do you think the forward pass was
I think
because
it's
of
very
St. John
typical
Fisher?
of Bills fans to blame something like St. John Fisher for losses.
Let's not alienate our
I mean,
fans.
You're putting me on the spot here.
Yeah, we don't have to alienate
I don't
people.
think we're focusing on you at all.
St. John Fisher College is where the training camp should be held, and it's going to continue to be held.
You heard it here second, guys. St.
Third.
John Fisher College.
Yeah, we don't have COVID.
No, we don't. I don't think we've ever had a podcast of COVID. One time we had it. I had it.
I
and
have
you guys
never had it.
podcasted in the next room. Just didn't care.
Told you to keep it down.
I was dying. I was coughing in the other room. And you guys were like, can you be quiet? We're trying to.
He's like, take me to the hospital. I said, wait until this pod gets out.
It's all about the views.
All about the views.
All about our fans, actually.
Our fans matter.
Not our views. We
Doesn't
don't care
happen
about the
everywhere.
views. We care about our fans.
We might have like 96 views on a show. Not good. But it matters because those 96 still came to play. They came to the show.
The homies.
2 months ago, when we were very irregular, we were still putting up mid 700s.
Regular, degular.
We'll get back there.
We'll
I'm very sure
We'll
of it.
exceed it.
I'm very sure of it.
The boys are back.
We just took a break.
We take breaks.
But the offseason is over. Training camp has started. The Bills are staying at St. John Fisher forever. From
Ever.
per Diamond Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
Diamonds are forever. And so is St. John Fisher.
Forever.
And so is St. John Fisher.
Bless. Shout out Kanye West.
Now, I have a question today, boys. And Dave kind of jumped into it a little bit with the whole new stadium vibes. So the stadium's going to be built. They started putting out focus groups. I actually saw on LinkedIn the other day that they've hired a stadium design firm.
It's
Why are you on LinkedIn?
same ones with Jerry Jones, right? Just
Well, they have
connected?
that, but even further, they have a designer that they announced on LinkedIn.
Sick. You're not on LinkedIn?
I don't think
No.
that's on LinkedIn.
You got a network, brother.
No.
I'm on there.
But anywho,
Link with me.
Dave, what is one feature you would like to see the stadium have that the stadium currently does not have? Back on the spot, bud.
Better Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Wow, that's almost unanimous.
Wi-Fi's trash in the stadium.
It's never been good. 5G's never been good. It's never been great.
I would like a plaza or a boulevard, something where
Bills
there's
Boulevard?
things to
The
do.
Red Sox too.
I've never been there, but yeah, sure.
Boulevard.
Something that's like actually structured to do instead of hanging out with DJ Milk in the parking lot. Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo Bills.
Is any of
can't
the
stand that
stadium
song.
stuff like official? The Bills like came out and said this is what we're doing.
No, they haven't come out with the design yet. They're keeping that under wraps. Todd Gracie is the assistant director of stadium construction.
Respect.
No pressure, Todd, if you're listening.
Don't fuck up.
I don't think he can. And you know what? Something
Oh,
came
he
out
can.
today that they will want to make the entranceway an Instagrammable experience.
Damn.
How do you feel about that?
Get the influencers in Orchard Park?
Again?
I think that's
Damn.
I think that's a genius, not a genius idea. I think that's a given. It should be that way now.
Can we get a podcast studio at the stadium?
Not for us. Maybe for
Steve Tasker.
the instigators and such. But let me talk about this real quick. Because there's an idea, yards per pass on Twitter. I've mentioned them a million times plus on
I
this
don't think you
podcast.
have.
Yards per pass on Twitter. I definitely have. Now, they've talked about, on the yards per pass Twitter, having a 20-foot bison
Jesus.
that everyone walks through. Is that too outlandish? Is it too outlandish? Jake's relaxing. He doesn't
That's
care.
fucking
He's checked out.
stupid. 20-foot bison? That's fucked.
That everyone walks under.
Yeah, so we just look up and see his fucking balls.
Is
No.
it a real bison?
No, but on the upside.
Yeah, a real
you see,
20-foot
like-
bison.
But on the upside, you see, like, Bill's moments. How about that?
Like on his underbelly?
Yeah. You walk
That's-
through the history of the Bills as you walk in. That would be an Instagrammable experience.
I'm blocking yards per pass on Twitter.
What about a legitimate wall of fame for the Wall of Fame?
I think that should be incorporated for sure.
Well,
Like busts.
I actually think there's a rule they can't do that
What do you mean?
with the Canton Hall of Fame. I think that's kind of a tie-in because Green Bay had an issue with that a couple years ago where they wanted to do that.
That's weird.
I think that's actually a thing that they can't do busts and they can't do a physical Hall of Fame.
You're telling me I can't have busts at the stadium?
I don't know the rule. The NFL has all sorts of weird rules.
Someone get me a bust rule quick.
I don't know if this is true, and I might be wrong. I might be canceled for this. I don't know, but
I don't think you can get canceled for saying you cannot bust in stadiums. I don't think that's cancelable. I think demanding to bust in stadiums is something you could get canceled for, which is something we do not endorse on Mad Men Sports.
Yeah, right.
We are anti-bust in
I
stadiums.
didn't catch on until now.
We do not bust in stadiums.
We do not bust moves either, unless the camera's on.
Hey, yo.
Now, take another step forward here. Red Helmets. Stadium Experience is our
Give
podcast
me
today.
that.
We were talking about game days experiences today.
50-50.
Are we on to red helmets, or could they be blue? I know we've discussed it mildly.
Give me red. Give me red.
red standing.
Yeah, New York
Red
Giants
Charger.
came out with a wonderful throwback.
A lot of
retro.
teams have at this point, honestly.
Yeah, this was just as recent.
You notice something with all the teams that are coming out with new jerseys and
They're
stuff.
the bad teams.
I said it before, but it's so true. They're all teams that are losing teams that won't get more than 6 wins this year. No, not wrong.
But do you realize revenue sharing is a thing, right?
Make that money.
They all make money if one makes the money. So it's not like the bad team needs to make money. The days of Ralph Wilson being cheap and making money off of it doesn't work like that.
I think you can sell as many jerseys as you want. It doesn't really do anything in the big picture of things.
Good thinking.
Why would you want to sell a Barkley jersey?
I don't think they are.
I'd rather win games.
Are you talking Matt Barkley or Saquon?
Saquon Barkley came out today with a new jersey for
Everybody
Giants.
did. The whole Giants did, for what it's worth. That's how that works. They're not just like, hey,
I don't think it
it's not
costs-
like soccer where you wear a different jersey
It
this
doesn't
game.
cost. All right, so hear me out.
Okay.
If I buy a Josh Allen jersey, that doesn't cost the Bills money, right? That's an NFL product.
Yeah, it's merchandising from the NFL.
So
The Bagulas make money off of him, though.
yeah.
no
No,
likeness,
he's saying
but it doesn't
that
cost the
if
Bills.
I wanted to put out a new variation of a jersey, I don't have to pay for that.
the
Which
Bills don't cost,
it should cost Nike. If anything, they're the ones
Yeah.
producing new jerseys.
but they make money, so they'll
Yeah.
do it.
It's almost like not even existent in terms of money cost.
Yeah. But I respect your opinion.
Now, Jake, I want to go a step further here with the game day experience.
Sure, what's up?
Wings.
Wait,
Do you feel like
wings?
they need to have like a food
like an
at the
actual wing
stadium
place?
where it's like not so much like wing place?
Don't they?
No,
They
it's-
have duffs,
it's
but
ass.
we're talking about like legitimate, like a hometown, like a Fenway Frank or
like a signature
yeah.
food.
Does High Mark 2 need a signature item?
Yes,
What could you see that being? Dave, you go after that.
I think-
could it be a Pizza Amore pizza?
it should be. It should be.
I sure as shit think so as well.
I can't give a real answer now, but maybe like a chicken finger sub.
What about like a Buffalo Mac? Ooh, but
Or
like have a good restaurant
that
make it.
brisket nacho is good.
I got one for you. Something that spills buffalo. Though that's kind of an interesting topic. I don't know because
Beef on
people
what?
don't usually want to mess with wings. People in Buffalo get very defensive, and I do too. When you just
happen to be
try to
people
do
in
I like
too
ranch.
creative with rings, just do what you're doing with wings. Buffalo roast beef.
I'm kidding.
What's a buffalo roast beef?
That's not my job to figure out,
Whack.
but it's something they should do.
Put the salt on the bun, David.
How far away are we from dropping Duff's as the first wing of buffalo and adding barbell?
I think we're there.
I think they're goddamn ready. That's for sure.
I think like the official, like the Bills will still fucking try to suck on that for a little bit, but it's barbell. All intents and purposes.
Lenova's is good too.
They're not at the stadium. That's the problem with. That's why I'm thinking when you have a new stadium, you need to start making better kitchens. Now I get it. When the last stadium was made, the game day experience has changed drastically since then, which rightfully
all
should.
they were doing were smoking Marlboros in 1970.
Not you though. You quit.
1 month.
You weren't born in 1970 either.
No,
But also, I'll
people
go a
were.
step further. Is if we want more screens too. I mean, this needs to be
Yeah.
a better experience, full on. Better food, better pizza, Papa
Just Pizza Amore.
Pizza Amore. I think we could do wood fire pizzas. Like I want a full engulfed experience. I want.
Seems like a fire hazard.
I want everything there is a fire hazard. You ever see the fireworks that they do there sometimes?
I just don't like that Steve Casher thinks he can fucking smoke cigars.
It's because you're quitting. I appreciate that. So I'll go a step further here, and I'll say that.
jealous.
Would you want the concourse air conditioned in September? Would you want the concourse heated in the winter?
Ooh, yes.
I'm talking legitimate luxury concourse. You've been to Ford Field before, correct?
No, but I can lie.
Have you been?
No.
So I've been to Ford Field before for a Bills game against the Jets. It's a November game. Nice stadium, honestly. And I'll go further to say that their game day experience may not be the same because it is a downtown stadium, but their in-stadium experience is such a more relaxed feel.
I like that. And
Like
I think
in
the Bills want that.
You should. And I wanted a dome. That didn't happen. I'll never understand that one.
You want a top.
I'll never understand not getting a top on the top of this thing. But
Fuck yeah.
how this works out is the Ford Field experience. You walk in, you see these huge pillars, and they decorate them, and you can get that experience. It's cool in there. It's temperature controlled. It's
nice.
just better. It looks like it belongs in the football 21st century.
So you're telling me inside the stadium, Like where the snack bar is and all that, the bathrooms, that's not heated?
Right now?
Right now?
God,
no,
no.
it's not.
God,
it's
no.
mad cold in there.
It's like icy.
That seems like
almost.
an easy fix. I don't know why they haven't done that.
It's because they don't care.
It's the Bills.
I don't know if you've heard the studies, but the 300s level could fall at any moment.
Yeah.
That's like pretty controversial right now because the Erie County executive Mark Pollincart
Yeah.
covered that up.
Oh.
Yes, he's
a Bills fan.
He just took the study from 2002 that said needs to be looked at soon,
So it's
and copied and pasted it in 2013 in order to get the Bills sold.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't.
In order to get the Bills sold, they lied and said that the 300 section is still usable or that needs to be looked at soon. Recent study when they were trying to like observe the concourse and like map out certain things, they found out that this bitch is gonna fall. So like when the Bills score 55 on the Patriots in the playoffs,
When we were jumping?
and we're all jumping up and down,
That shit, we could have
and
died.
it shakes. It's not supposed to shake.
Hey, Mark, eat shit, buddy.
Or stop scoring 55.
No.
Those are the two alternatives.
Well, honestly, shout out to Ralph Wilson because he put teams available that did not score 55. He saved a
Because he
couple
knew
years.
it was happening.
Everyone thought he was being cheap, but in reality, he was saving lives. He's a hero.
Do you remember that guy fell off the 300 level? Like he was like sliding down the railing.
Yeah, that was a terrible experience. I cannot believe that happened. I feel terrible for the person that got fallen on too.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Imagine just enjoying a Bills game in the 100s. You paid good
The
money. for
motherfucker
that.
falls on you.
Yeah.
It was. I couldn't. It changed your life forever. I think they're paralyzed. Honestly,
I wouldn't be surprised.
no, you don't have to be. I think that's exactly how it went.
We
I think
should-
the person that fell got a lot of trouble. They should have.
Yeah,
It
I
was
think
awful.
he got arrested.
And we
Doing
sit at the
some
edge.
dumb
We
shit.
sit at the edge there, so
Yeah, that's pretty far.
it's a big step down. We would land in the 200s though.
Yeah, the heated section. It would be warm.
Yeah. I'm ready for the season, boys. Are you guys ready for the season?
I'm excited.
I am.
Who do you think's a
I
sleeper
have a
this
question
year?
that I was thinking about today that I want to ask you guys.
What do you got, Dave?
What's your question?
Besides Josh Allen, don't do that, please. Besides Josh Allen, who's the one player that you'd be most worried about getting injured this year? They would just put a huge damper on everything.
It's hard to
Stephon
say
Diggs.
anyone but.
Stephon Diggs.
I think
Is that
wide
your
receiver
answer?
can be replaced, believe it or
Yeah.
not. Von Miller, honestly.
Oh, that'd be a letdown.
That Von Miller is my answer too. So
Trey White.
Again?
100%.
Yeah, not letting him bounce back would be
Because
quite
that
deafening.
if he loses major time this year after losing major time last year,
He's done so?
that might be a backbreaker for a career.
sorry for the noise in the background, guys.
I doubt we can hear it.
Listen, emergencies happen.
Mine's Von Miller.
Would you
Why is
rather
it Von
have
Miller?
You
Miller
know
not
what we'd
respond?
have without him. We don't know what we have with him,
We have exactly what we had last.
and he's supposed to be putting us over that hump. To
43,
fix
43
our
sacks.
downgrade.
And you know what? I'll even say even further here that the Bills have done such a good job with the sports science of the NFL that they almost prevent the soft tissue injuries that you would need. You know, knock on wood, you would need a situation like Trey White where it's an in-game, like terrible, devastating injury.
Yeah.
So I guess they have that going for them. That you're not going to have anything.
Everything all right, Jake?
major.
Yeah, I'm fine.
My guy's slouching.
So Diggs is your answer?
I got a bad back. Yeah, I'd say Diggs. I think he adds way too much to this offense for him to not be available. What's wrong, buddy?
Thinking about pizza more again.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
The wood fire away.
It's so smoky.
You guys really have
So
to try
good.
it. I'm not even like just gassing it up for no reason. You guys have to try it. We sat here after the show last week and we ate up that bacon and that pickle pizza and it was delectable. It was about an hour old at that point, but
That's
it
what
was
we did.
It was incredible.
I might go for lunch tomorrow there.
That's a great idea. Which one are you going to? The one on Payne Avenue in NT or the one on Grand Island Boulevard in Grand Island?
I'm going to the one on Payne Avenue in North Tonawanda, although the one on Grand Island Boulevard in Grand Island is also adequate location.
Now I don't want to show my cards, but I know for a fact that Isaiah McKenzie has gone to the one on Payne Avenue in NT
You're telling
multiple
me
times.
it's Buffalo Bills approved?
It's Isaiah McKenzie approved, which
He is
He owns
face
a
the
restaurant.
franchise.
Face of the franchise. He is a fellow
Little dirty.
a fellow restaurant owner, so he knows a thing or two.
He knows how to make a small business work
Damn.
through and through a pandemic.
Support our small businesses.
Just make a big business.
So training camp, isn't that awesome? 50 days until the Bills take on the Rams.
49
49
For us.
until game starts.
for you.
You excited? Wrong.
Am I excited? Yeah, I'm ecstatic.
Thursday is 49.
No, I was telling him wrong.
Oh.
He needs to hear it sometimes.
Wrong. Dave, who's texting? Who's T-bombing you, buddy?
The Bucks on Kyle Rudolph. It just came in.
Wow.
So I was sharing
got
that
it,
news.
got it.
That's breaking news, everyone.
Got to replace Rob Gronkowski
They ought to, right?
So that's a fantasy guy,
and
Kyle
O.J.
Rudolph.
Howard. Damn. No tight ends in Tampa Bay.
1-year contract there.
Cameron Brate.
I don't know who that is.
I expect that.
Some goofball. So, boys, what do you say?
So, Jake, how you been? Everything good with you?
Yeah, I've been hiking, been backpacking. I went to Acadia National Park in June,
Ooh, here you go.
Maine.
Here's a Buffalo sports tidbit for you.
Thank you, Tim Graham.
Tim Graham. I know there's a betting line on the Sabres being Patrick Kane's next team. He, who is in the know and follows me on Twitter, says the Sabres have no interest in trading for Patrick Kane.
Damn.
You can close the book on that.
Don't
one.
bring the boy home.
Fade Patty Kane.
Poor bastard.
Because this pod never stops.
I'm okay with that. I actually met him at
Careful.
Outback once.
Tim
Tim
Graham or
Graham?
Pat Kane?
Pat Kane. I
Both.
wouldn't be able to tell Tim Graham. It's the airport test. If someone walks through an airport and you can't notice who they are, they're not the big star.
Oh, I must not know who
Tim Graham.
Scotty Bowman is.
Tim Graham's on him.
that is-
Anyways, Pat Kane was weird. It was like the prime of his career a couple years ago. His dad paid. It's kind of weird.
His dad's probably his agent.
Well, probably a dead issue then. You're right.
R.I.P.
Did you kiss him?
No.
Good for him. He probably didn't want that. All right.
Guys, what's your best thing you've been watching lately? Let's send it off with a little
shit,
personal
oh,
thing.
shit, oh, shit.
Dave, what's the best thing you've
You
been
can line
watching?
back
lately?
and talk about this for a while if you want.
No.
Just talk about it at all, please.
The Boys on Amazon. The Boys on Amazon Prime.
You're watching The Boys?
On Amazon Prime. What about you, Jake?
I've been rewatching The Blacklist.
Mm.
James Spader.
Lame. Zach?
you.
I've been watching The Bear.
I finished
Yeah.
that. That was good. You finished that yet?
Didn't
think
finish it
it's-
yet. No
I think-
progress has been made.
I think it's okay.
I like
Better Call Saul.
What's the
it.
best
You
thing?
have rights.
Dave, what's the best show you've watched
Sopranos.
in the last year?
Last year? Of all time, it's Sopranos. I'll challenge any of you
Not-
people to
not the
check Sopranos
question.
knowledge.
Was
Last
it-
year,
Was it Game of Thrones?
honest to God, it's Yellowstone. Yellowstone's incredible.
Wow.
Damn.
You ever been?
Eastbound and
No.
Down.
Last year?
The last 365 days, yes.
How about something new? Not something that came out
Fuck you.
12
That was
years
the greatest
ago.
show ever.
It was a very good show, and I'm glad I showed it.
The last season of The Peaky Blinders. The
Mine's-
Peaky fucking Blinders.
Mine's Succession.
I get frustrated with Peaky Blinders because I don't really understand what they're saying.
By order of the Peaky Blinders.
Ugh.
Succession's good.
Succession's good.
It's
I
kind
feel
of mid.
Yellowstone's very underrated.
I'll tell you this about Peaky Blinders. Or, excuse me, I don't watch that show. I'll tell you this about Succession. I feel like a lot happens, but nothing happens.
Absolutely nothing happens. They talk, and then the
You
old
don't
guy
watch it.
says some like homophobic shit,
I don't think you watched it.
and then you have
Face Off.
fucking two people kiss. I don't
Very,
know.
very similar to Baby Driver and Face Off. Jake loves talking about things he's never seen.
I saw him
before.
face off
It's a good movie.
Before or after you bought the shirt?
after,
Okay.
for sure.
No, there's a show
If
out
you
now
ever
that
s-
everyone's talking about. What
You
is
ever
it?
see a band shirt on Jake? You have to walk up to him and say, "Name me 3 songs that they sing."
I know music.
Okay, well, you don't know movies.
No, I don't. I don't
know Baby
I also
Driver.
don't pretend to know movies.
You just did.
Fun-
One of the first
fun-
episodes of this podcast, you said you watched Baby Driver.
Fun fact about
Driver's
Baby
the
Driver.
worst movie ever.
Fun fact about Baby Driver. That's the movie that outed Kevin Spacey. Ended his career.
That's why I didn't watch it. Because fuck him. Fuck Kevin Spacey.
Okay.
I think Kevin Spacey ruined his career, not that movie. For what it's worth.
He did what with the baby?
John Bernthal, Punisher,
that's exactly what
called
I
him
got.
out on his bullshit.
He was in The
I
Bear.
don't know who
I'm not
Kevin
there yet.
Spacey is. Is he an actor?
Kevin Spacey's in American Beauty. It's Usual Suspects.
Usual Suspects is best
All
one.
movies I haven't seen.
Kaiser Soze. All right, take care. Let's
Any
talk about
questions? Your favorite movie? What you guys are watching?
drop it in the comments.
And what you're excited about training camp?
Your favorite non-Kevin Spacey movie?
Next week we'll talk about training camp
And try pizza more.
and a little fantasy football.
Go Bills.
The
No
wood fire
baseball.
away.
No baseball.
The wood fire away. Take care.
Mookie Betts.